Hey, Coach, this is Nikki with TigerNet. What did you say to your defense as they went out for that last series?
Hey, y'all talk about wanting to win, man. It's about making plays, and we made enough plays to win tonight. Certainly, we did on that during the course of the game. We made enough mistakes to lose it too, but we knew we had one more when we got the stop up with 2 minutes to go, knowing that they got 3 timeouts. So we had one more series that we had to go defend, and just got to keep them out of the end zone. So try to use some clock if we can. And there's a lot to learn from through the course of the game, but a lot better to have things to learn and improve and get better at after a W. And same. It's another week, different date, different opponent, but the same story, man. Just couldn't be more pleased and proud for the players. I think that's 4 of the 5 weeks where it comes down to the last drive of the game. And so really just proud of their effort, their toughness, just their belief and their fight. And there's a lot to be admired. And we got a lot of things to get cleaned up. And it's a good time for the bye week for us. Try to get healed up. And we had a few guys, Joseph and Mario couldn't go. And certainly Brian and Tyler being out, proud of, the young guys that stepped up inside as well. They rushed for 1 point. I think it's 1.3 yards a rush. So, again, that was a veteran offensive line with all the starters back and a veteran football team that plays with toughness and physicality and discipline. And our guys did a fabulous job. Pretty good on third down. Could probably been in a couple of better calls. But a better outing than what we were a week ago. Caused, 3 turnovers, had the 4th down stop and really responded big time after the block punt. And had more opportunities. Had the quarterback. He was able to get out a couple of times on us in our grasp. Had a chance for some other sacks. And, again, just started the second half really poorly. They're a tough team. Some of the things they do formationally and with their splits and their motions and different sets that put you in conflict sometimes. And you got to really play with tremendous precision and discipline and alignments and eyes. And if you do the slightest one of those things wrong, there's somebody wide open. And so again, we got a lot to learn. But again, proud of how the guys bounced back. And guys stepped up. Again, Nolan and RJ and KJ made the play there. And Xavier Thomas was tough to block all night. Really just proud of every guy that got out there and played. And just really appreciate and don't take it for granted whatsoever, their fight as well.
Hey, Coach, it's Trevor Gross from CUTigers.com. What was going through your mind as you saw the ball sail in and out of Tyler's hands there in the end zone?
Wish you would have made a play. That the game's over if you catch it. Good position. He actually has terrific hands. So, you're on to the next play. So, but too, if you catch that right there, you slam the door. So, I learned from that.
Coach, we've seen your defense in that situation so many times over the years, having to get a stop to seal the game. It seems like almost always come up with the stop that they have to get. How comfortable are you in those situations as a play caller?
Comfort, I don't know if that's necessarily the right word. Experienced. It's never comfortable. You live and die every play as a coach. And you're always looking at what sometimes they don't execute and what you need to do better or how you can coach better, the corrections that need to take place and things like that. But we have been there a lot over in 10 years. It piles up, when you have those opportunities. And then every year you have different DNA, trying to play to their strengths, protect their weaknesses. And some of it, you're not anticipating us playing as much necessarily our dime stuff. but we had to kind of adjust within the game. So a lot to learn from, both early in the game and certainly again there at the end there to, in the 2-minute situation with no timeouts. A lot to learn there.
Hey, Coach, it's Nikki again. Xavier Thomas tweeted that he hopes that he could inspire somebody with his story. How happy are you to see him have some success, and how have you seen him grow over the last year?
Yeah, just being accountable and showing up every day and caring about the team and getting his priorities straight and being the best version of himself. Things hadn't always gone his way. Some of it was self-inflicted. Some of it wasn't. But ultimately, you still got to make a decision on what your commitment's going to be and whether or not you want to buy into the excuses that are out there for all of us, or you say, you know what, I'm going to bite down and I'm going to find a way, I'm going to make it happen. And, so through determination and again, commitment, he's really transformed himself and has really had an excellent year so far. And he's just still, to be honest with you, he's just scratching the surface on, what he can be. And but very proud of him. He puts a lot on himself, and he'd be the first one to tell you as a young person, he was more outside in. And you got to be inside out, not just as a player, but just as a person to be successful. And don't try to judge yourself against anybody else. Just be again an inside out in everything that you do. And again, being consistent with those habits, that allow you to be successful. And that's a very hard thing to do. If it was easy, then everybody would do it, and everybody would have a lot of success. And so being consistent, being determined and showing up every day with a great mindset, just trying to be great today. That's what it takes to be great on a Saturday or have a great year or have a great career. You got to pile those days one on top of the other in order to get there. So, proud of him for sticking with it. And again, coming back, better than he has since he's been here.
Coach Venables, Rob Gilchrist, WCRS 1450 AM, 90.5 in Greenwood. Definitely a stat sheet kind of night. 3 turnovers, 4 6 punts, 1 TOD, 4 sacks, 5 for 15 on third downs. And what are your thoughts on how the defense played tonight, and how do you prepare for the next 2 weeks? It's definitely a bye week, much needed all around team wise. But what are your overall thoughts on how the team?
Yeah, I mean, there's some
defense.
Yeah, I mean, again, we've had some a lot of great moments this season, and we've had some tough moments. And just a lot of learning opportunity. I'm proud of how our guys prepared. This is a tough preparation. Again, Boston College is something. They've been disciplined, they've been precise, and they've been physical. So we had to match those things and then some, to have a chance to win. All that being down, some personnel. And we didn't allow our guys to buy into any excuses, didn't make it that big a deal. But, again, just proud of, the growth and the opportunity that some guys got and how they responded. A bunch to teach from. We got a long way to go to be a great defensive unit. But I think that we have a chance to become one. And the one thing that we are doing great right now, man, we are playing with so much effort and just great toughness, determination, with a lot of heart. And so just really, really proud of the guys from that standpoint. It all starts up front, and the guys, they played well tonight up front. Had a lot of 7 and 8 man protections. You only got 40 linemen, and if they're keeping 8 guys in and running 2-man routes, you'd think you'd be able to stop those routes sometimes. But you're in some run calls, and they got leverage, and that's why they do what they do. But so it makes it really hard on those guys. They're getting double teamed and triple teamed sometimes. So. I thought our pressure was really pretty good. He got a few balls off, on us, but really thought our defensive line played pretty good tonight. And I thought our back 7 guys, we made some mistakes, and it's not everybody. It doesn't take everybody though. That first drive of the second half, man, we've taken so much pride in how we play in the third quarter, how we come out, and we set the tone. certainly we do feel the same way in the first half too. We've showing our preparation, showing how prepared we are, and how ready we are, and then the same thing. We spend a lot of time emphasizing how we start that third quarter and getting momentum and just trying to get into a rhythm in the second half. How important that is, and man, we were everything but that. And again, we made a mistake. We had a young guy out there made a couple of mistakes, and they made us pay. Guys were wide open and went right down the field and punched it in, and probably the easiest touchdown drive of the season by far. And but guys did respond. RJ got in there and he did some really good things, did some great things actually. And then at the end, we were able to get Makuba back in there, and he did some really good things in coverage there in that last 2 minutes. So it's real growth opportunity. Again, we're never satisfied. We've got a long ways to go. Like I said, we need to be a little more precise on third down. We got to be better in some of those play actions. And but one thing that you can't fabricate, you can't coach is, man, just love, toughness, effort. You try to demand, effort, and those kind of things. But man, our guys just got it, and they're led by some incredible guys. Got great leadership. Guys just have a great appreciation and thankfulness for being here at Clemson, and for being teammates with one another, and again they care about how people view Clemson, So what I saw was a bunch of guys fighting, for Clemson, and fighting for the ball, fighting for the brand, fighting for each other, fighting for the university. And it's cool when you see young people, because we're all, we're all selfish in our own ways. It's just human nature. And to see them continue to pull for each other and come together and play together today. We played together today. Was cool to see, and it's been cool to see really this year. It's better to see it when you win, and so you can celebrate. So again, incredibly proud of these guys, though.
Larry, looking back to last week, losing Brian and Kyler just within a few days of each other, how hard was that to hit reset and move on without those guys?
Well, I mean, obviously, again, you only got so many guys on your roster, so we just kept our head down. I'm proud of Coach Bates and those guys that we didn't make it a big deal. We tried to put a bunch of pressure on them and just try to get them as ready as we could. And so I don't know about hard. Again, every time you see those guys, you just hurt so bad for them because of how much they care. And so you never want to see that for anybody. But I thought our guys, again, they stepped up inside, and they did sometimes manufacture some pressure, but I thought those guys really did a good job. Now, there's no easy way to do that. You lose your two starters, and everything starts up the middle of your defense. You're going to be worth a dang, and so losing not only two starters, but two leaders and two tough guys and two really good players. That's not an easy thing, as you know, and but did try to make it a big deal, and so proud of those guys again. Under 2 yards rushing, they weren't quote unquote able to exploit. I'm not sitting here beating our chest, but thought that they must have done something pretty good inside. So we'll see. Watch the tape and whatnot.
We'll take one more for Coach B.
Hey, Brent, it's Alexis from the state. How would you just describe the kind of year that Andrew Booth is having?
The season Andrew Booth is having?
Yes.
It's pretty good. Man, there can't be a better tackling corner in college football. Man, he's battled, I think he's had a really strong year. He'll be the first to tell you that he's not satisfied. He knows there's still, meat on the bone in regards to improving and playing at an elite level. And but he's done a bunch of things really well for us, giving us some security, with the things he's able to do. And but it's shown for the first time in his career where he's had a real toughness to, if we need him to play 80 snaps, he has. And fortunately, we had some guys down today, and so he had to really buckle up. And thought he's made some really terrific plays, and he's just like what we were talking about with Xavier Thomas. You know, there's still more to become an elite player for him. I mean, just saying, as good as he's done, there's still more there for him, and he knows that. But I love his attitude. He's been healthy, and he's come to work every day, compete every day with himself, and that's what the best of the best they know how to do. They come and man, you can't demand enough from them. They come there every day to compete with themselves, and when you do that, you have a chance to tap into something that's pretty special. So proud of him, proud of Sheridan Jones. Man, he came in there tonight and really did some great things and played well too. A little shorthanded there at corner.
Thank you, Coach.
Right, appreciate it. Thanks.
We'll have KJ Henry.